Good morning to you, Mr. Nashon.
Good morning to you, Muaz.
Okay, my name is Rayhaan Muaz, and thank you for joining my interview session. It is for my assignment about English language.
Uh,
So,
Welcome.
okay, before we start our interview questions, so I would like to ask you about a little bit introduction about you, Mr. Nashon.
Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Nation Mokwa. I am originally from Kenya, in East Africa, but at the moment I am in Germany. I am a DAAD scholar, so currently studying a German language. But later in October, I'll join my PhD research.
Okay. So you are from Kenya, isn't it?
Yeah, originally I am from Kenya. Yes, I am a Kenyan.
Okay.
In other words.
Okay. I'm from Malaysia. You know Malaysia.
Yeah, nice to know.
Okay. So without further ado, let's move on to the question. So first of all, it's about the development of English. So how were you introduced to English in your country, and how do you feel about the English language?
Um, First, my introduction to English. Let me hope I understood the question in the right manner. So the first time maybe I was able to hear about English was before I joined school. Of course, people could interact in English. My parents could speak some English words to me or could train me some English words, like the alphabet, the vowels, A, E, O, U, and also my cousins, relatives in short.
Oh,
And then later now, also when I joined school in Kenya, we start with we used to call it baby class or nursery school. Yeah, as well, we introduced to basic English fundamentals like the alphabet, and then narrowing down to vowels, and then the simple English words like this is a car, a house, a person, a boy. I believe this is something that happens maybe everywhere, but that's what happens in Kenya. And how I found the language, personally, it wasn't so easy for me. That's when I was growing up. And now that I'm not really a person of languages, you see, when someone develops at your level, you could be able to say, I love languages. I love mathematics. I love science. Yeah, so now, unfortunately, now to me, I'm in the sciences, and I wasn't so much into it, but it's helping a lot. I don't know. I don't think there is another language we could use to study other than English.
understand.
So
So
I can maybe give it a 7 out of 10 if if at that scale.
okay. So you use English as a second language in your life? Is that correct?
Yeah. It's my second language.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
because now in Kenya we have like 47 tribes. So meaning those are 47 different languages, mother tongue. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah. Now
understand.
other than that we have Swahili. Kiswahili is also like now a national language. It's actually spoken in the East African region, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Those are like 5 or 6 countries.
Oh,
But now it's easier to go with than English. Yeah?
understand.
So I can say basically English is a second language.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on to the next question. is about the historical aspect. So, how does English evolve in your country, and how did the historical evolution of English shape the linguistic and cultural landscape in your country?
Well, that one it's a little bit difficult compared to the first question, but I can say that we have more languages coming in now. Like I told you, now we have that Kiswahili. Kiswahili is spoken regionally in like 5 countries in that region. And then now the youth are coming up with some funny languages. An example how we call it back there, it's Sheng. It's a mixture of English with even local languages, with even the Swahili that I've told you. Despite the fact that it's also a national language, but now you can, I believe, even in Malaysia, you can be able to be speaking English with a mix of English.
Uh,
Your
yeah,
mother tongue
yes,
is English also.
yes.
Yeah, for me, so that one affects the language negatively. So people are able to rely on these other languages that are easier compared to
Mm.
English.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because remember, English is only mandatory in schools. Like we learn or we study in English, and then there are rules in school. Like there's no speaking in mother tongue. It's only English. You see, but now after
Oh,
that, someone goes home in the streets. It's not mandatory. So it's a big setback to the same, and it's now more like that's a hostile environment for English to develop, or the linguistic development, we can say. It's so difficult for English, so it's a major setback. But all in all, remember, it's mandatory. Everyone has to learn in English all the subjects, mathematics, sciences, history, theory, religious studies. Everything is done in English. But now, once one is not in school, it's something else. Even the radio stations back at home, TV stations, in as much as uh, there is time allocation for English, English has very little. Like we have local TV stations are doing Kiswahili or mother tongue like 90% of the time. So they only do English maybe from 9 p.m. to 12 at night. This is a little time slot. So
oh.
not a positive um, towards the English side.
Okay, so thank you for the very detailed answer. Moving on to the lexical question. So, Mr. Nashon, are you
Yeah.
familiar with idioms in your native language? And can you tell me an idiom that carries the same meaning from both English and your native language?
Yes, there are. Yeah, there are. I'm trying to think of an example. There are only that see, when the right moment is here to mention the name, you forget them. But when
It's okay.
yeah, yeah. In fact, now like I don't know if this can work. We have that statement. We are saying it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, we can relate that one to the name of a person locally, now in mother tongue, and a surname of a person, a surname. See, a surname is more like a local, in a mother tongue word. So we have someone called It's okay, it's okay. And then you see, but now in the English itself, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay,
It's
it's
okay.
okay, and depending on
Yeah,
the context of yeah, so it's okay. You combine those two, it becomes a surname of a person. And I am trying to um, think of another one, but the good thing is we already have one.
it's okay. One is already enough, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and then I think we continue because I don't want to stay into thinking about them.
Okay.
Okay,
So this is the last question. So
okay.
is there any word from English that have different meaning in your native language?
Yes, definitely.
Do you have one example?
Yeah, for example, come.
Come,
Yeah,
COME.
yes, come here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, locally means getting milk from a cow.
Oh,
How do we call
understand.
it? Milking. Yeah, exactly.
Uh, so
Yeah,
come in English means come here, but in your native language, it means
it
that
means
milking cow.
milking. No, yeah, milking. So
Uh,
I don't know if in Malaysia you the dairy there's dairy farming.
what?
Do you have dairy farming? Dairy farming, like
Yes, yes. We also have dairy farming. We also milk cow.
and I exactly. So that is it. So come in English, of course, means to move from somewhere to another point. But now
Yeah.
in my native language, one of them means milking.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think thank you for your time. We already reached the end of our interview.
No problem, no worry. Maybe next time
Okay.
I'm the one who might need your help.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nashan, for joining my interview once again. Uh,
You're
have
welcome.
have a great weekend and a good day.
You two have a great weekend ahead, and nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So maybe you can finish your recording and we can have a word or two.
Okay, sure.